we all deserve to be safe.
As a person, I identify myself as bisexual. That's my attraction.
I identify as pansexual.
My ethnicity is Hispanic.
A woman of color.
As a trans masculine person.
My husband and I provide long-term foster care for children and adults with special needs.
Libby has some significant health challenges. She's been diagnosed with something called neurogenic mouths.
I identify as an advocate.
For past few jobs, I've had to make it clear of who I am.
Some people approach me like right away, what is that accent from? And they want to know. Some people, they are hesitant to ask because they don't know if that's rude or not.
In the workplace, I am constantly suffering from imposter syndrome, or I feel like I'm constantly having to defend who I am beyond what you see.
Community places didn't want kids with special needs working.
Discrimination is supposed to be illegal, but it's a lot of microaggressions that make it really difficult for trans people to get employment.
I know that there's been uncomfortability with a lot of people or a lot of guys that I work with.
I used to be able to, before I got diagnosed with all this stuff, get to run outside and play with all my friends at recess, but now I'm usually stuck a little bit more. I'm a little bit more held back.
So now I can say, and I've had the experiences where we've had conversations or people have asked questions or, someone has said something that is a microaggression, and taking that person aside and being like, hey, I know how you meant that, and I know that was well intended. Let's talk about how that can sound.
We can educate other people by having people, with disabilities in the workforce and be like, oh, wait, I thought this of a person with a disability, and that's so not who they are.
It becomes exhausting, like I love my customers. I really try really hard to make personal connections with them. And as much as I love that, it sort of creates a standard of having to answer to every single one in a personal way. And sometimes you just don't want to.
You need to take those comments as a learning moment, but do something about it. Like take them a minute and just explain it to them. That maybe that's not okay. We rephrase things. We don't use those kind of terms because it could be derogative.
So I think having an open dialogue is really important.
Sometimes I want to educate, but then again, I'm there to work.
The problem is nobody wants to pay a diversity trainer. They want someone like me, and I'm not even certified, but they want to reach out to some random person that they know that happens to be a part of this category and say, hey, will you come and do this training? And I don't know how to train.
When I do prove someone wrong, it makes me feel that much better that they just learned. They just learned that, I'm a person, a homosexual or a pansexual person is capable of doing something that I didn't think that they were capable of doing.
The average employee, the average person that has an opportunity to form a relationship with a trans person, their mind is completely changed.
I think there's a lot more people who have all this stuff than you would actually think.
Community needs to be wrapping their arms around all of these kids because they deserve exactly what we all get, whether they are transgender, gay, lesbian, have special needs, have tantrums, because a job can be adapted to anybody. We just have to figure out the way to do so.
We've all been through hard things, and we've all had to experience this, and we all have these skills and these strengths that we've had to prove time and time and again, and especially on the hardest time of your life. We are all human.
If anything, just equal opportunity, good communication, and just flexibility for sure, because there are different people who struggle with different things, and they can be effective workers. You just got to be a bit more flexible, and and if you can do that, you can have a great team, full of diversity and different mindsets and opinions and standpoints in life, and that can really help a business.
The support I would need in a workplace would consist of peers and leadership that encourage me to be who I am genuinely, and to push me to the best of their respectful ability to challenge myself on a daily basis with the work that's given to me.